All right, and here we go, our first game of the week of 2019. I'm Max Hurst, and I'm joined here with Stephen Bauer. Steve, welcome.
Great. Hey, thanks, Max, for having me. Fun to kick off 2019 together.
Together. All right, so in this matchup, we have Vaughan Voyageurs against the Central Tech Blues. Steve, any expectations coming into this matchup?
I think the pace of the flow tonight is going to be really important. Vaughan, with a couple of roster challenges, including some injuries and some bodies not here, is going to put them down to 6 for the game. So we'll have to watch and see how Central Tech tries to impose a little bit of that on Vaughan and how Vaughan can respond to get some proper rest for the bodies. Clearly, everyone's going to have to rotate through.
All right, and here we go. Starters for the Central Tech Blues. We have Bailey. Oh, sorry, just a little confusion on the Vaughan side. We'll get that sorted out. All right, for the tip, and the tip goes to Vaughan. Going to get a fight for it there. Bonnick's going to get her hands on it there for Central Tech, and it's going to go. We're just going to have a re-jump here. Got Cool Jefferson and Bonnick the tip. This one's going to go right over to Francis, and Vaughan's going to control. So here's Francis up top for Vaughan, guarded here by Rainford. Francis probing, puts up the left, no good. Rainford cleans it up for Central Tech.
Look inside.
Thought about it. Central Tech coach calling for it to look for Bonwick inside. The long two, too strong. It's going to go over Vaughan's way.
Yeah, both teams got a good early start, though. Vaughan gets themselves Francis in a high ball screen. She finds herself in a one-on-one situation to attack downhill. And then Central Tech comes back with their first possession and get Bonwick to look one-on-one from the elbow. So both teams establishing a little bit of what they want early in offense.
Vaughan's working it around up top. Akanusi drives down low. Couldn't finish with the contact. And Kua cleans it up for Central Tech. Looks like a Vaughan Vaughan goes to a zone defensive looking. Kua can't handle the pass up top. Francis right down the way. And there's our first 2 points of 2019 Game of the Week.
And one of those surprising plays. They show zone early, which is something we anticipated might be an option for Vaughan to buy some time for their athletes and keep some fresher legs. And I think it just fooled Central Tech trying to get themselves into offense, and the pass hits her in the chest and bounces to a loose ball. So early returns for the zone defense.
First attempt, no good. Watt, though, follows, gets her own offense rebound. 10 on the shot clock. A good look from the corner for Bonnick, no good. Watt again on the follow, just short, and here comes Vaughan in transition.
And rebounding will be a challenge. Anytime you play zone defense, you worry about getting properly matched up, and the defensive rebounding component of that. So Central Tech's going to try and exploit, and you've heard the call from the bench already of getting bodies on the offensive glass, and if you can get one shot, trying to turn it into 2 or 3 per possession.
And that's going to be Bonnick picking up her first foul. We're going to have 2 subs here coming in for Central Tech, both Gale and Tekeste checking in for the Blues. Rainford tries to pick off the inbounds pass. Vaughan's able to corral it. Akanusi's pass over Francis is going to be mishandled. It's going to be over and back violation. Ball over to your Central Tech Blues.
Yeah, a couple of passes here early. Both teams have had some challenges just receiving the pass. So passes that have hit people in the arms and the chest that have come loose balls. So to see if that can tidy itself up here in the first few minutes.
Long 2 for Rainford. It's off. Vaughan's going to clean that one up.
Vaughan can stay in his zone and get Central Tech to shoot outside shots and keep it to one possession, they'll be in a big win defensively from how this game started and the threats they're facing.
Mishandled there by Francis. Good defense by Central Tech. It's going to go out of bounds off of Vaughan, back over to Central Tech. Bonnick tried to find Gale down low. It's going to be just off her hand, step out of bounds, so it's going to go back over to Vaughan.
Vaughan has shown early here they're going to trap some early action, whether it be a dribble entry or a pass entry from their zone defense. And Central Tech's going to have to find a way to exploit that by getting one pass out of the trap and then another pass to start to get the defense to move. But thus far, the trap has just sped the offense up enough to create some turnovers.
Central Tech extended the defense, got the steal there, Bailey. See if they try to push in transition, beat down the zone. Vaughan did a good job retreating. Bonnick at the high post, kicks out. Here's Bailey for three, just short. Gale with the follow, her putback's no good. And Vaughan's able to clean up that miss.
Yeah, that's what I think Central Tech's looking for, though. The good offensive rebound and a great second shot on that. So you get a good kick out, clean look from three, then you get a second opportunity going to the offensive glass. And that's how they want to attack the zone defense.
Got Cool Jefferson, a little mishandle there. Gale comes away. Got a little ahead of herself and then transition. It's going to be picked right back off by Bernard. Vaughan ball. Francis probing. Vaughan works it around. Here's a good drive by Akanusi up top. First shot no good. The follow mishandled out of bounds. Central Tech ball.
And it is only 4 minutes in, but Vaughan's going to be very pleased with the way they've controlled the pace of this game early on. They've been very controlled in offense, taking advantage of when they're out with numbers, but other than that, getting themselves set, making sure their athletes get a chance to get a bit of a breather, and defensively staying in the zone, which has also slowed down Central Tech. So they've got this game going at a pace that allowed them to play the six bodies they have.
And there we go. Central Tech gets to the high post. High-low finds Bonnick cutting to the rim. She's going to be fouled by the newly checked-in Felix. And Bonnick is going to take her first two attempts here from the line.
And Rainford does a nice job there against the pressure that we've talked about. So they're sending a bit of a trap. She has the patience to stay quite extended for that zone defense. The trap comes running up together, but it creates a pocket behind that trap. Gets a chance to go high-low from in behind the trap and draw a foul.
Bonnick gets a second. See if that starts to get some of the offense's juices going here for Central Tech. 2-1 here, 6 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, it may get some offense going, Max, and we'll see if they continue to run that trap if Central Tech continues to extend that trap.
Akanusi again from the top this attempt, just off the back rim, and here comes Watt pushing in transition, quickly ahead of the defense. Finds a trailing Rainford, they swing her around, get a good look for the corner for Bailey, too strong. Watt again an offensive rebounder for Central Tech. We're going to get a push on Vaughan, so it's going to remain here Central Tech ball.
Great extra pass there by Bonnick as well, too. Watt starts that thing in transition. The ball starts to move. She's got a shot she can take for Bonnick and probably a player you want taking that shot, but feels the defense is coming to her, makes one more, and they get a wide open, even greater shot from the corner.
Francis on Bonnick. Central Tech coach is pleading his team to get it to Bonnick, and she gets it and finishes right on the block.
And that's the matchup they see. Is the zone gets stretched out, or is the zone's kind of set with who your matchups are? When you move the ball, you can pick the matchup you have. They have Bonnick on Francis in the post. Central Tech wants to get a touch there and force that defense to react to it.
Francis tries to answer the lefty layup, no good. Bailey cleans it up. She's pushing here for Central Tech. Bonnick again on the block, great up and under, gets the left hand, and she's able to finish on the left side.
That trap early on from Vaughan disrupted the flow. I think the Central Tech didn't let them get into their offense. So about 3 or 4 possessions in a row now. They've got themselves down there into a bit of rhythm, and now they're getting great possessions and great shots out of it.
Francis comes off the high pick and roll, pulls up for three, just short. Fight for the rebound is going to be tipped off of Central Tech. It's going to remain here. Vaughan 13 on the shot clock.
I guess it's going to be sooner than later that's going to force Vaughan to stop the trap and stop extending their defense and stay a little more stable to challenge the passes going into the post.
They're going to get a reset, so it's going to be 14 here on the shot clock for Vaughan. Their ball on the baseline, out of bounds. Felix, a deep three, too strong. Watt, another rebound for Central Tech. Watt with a crossover up top, but good hands there by Francis, able to pick off the second dribble, and here comes Francis in transition, and she's able to hit. Woo. Transition pass picked off there by Gakul Jefferson. Here Vaughan, they have numbers. Felix pulls up in transition, too strong. Again, a fight for a rebound, and this one again is going to remain here with Vaughan.
A bit of an unlucky bounce there. The first pass is ball between the legs. I think Rainford ends up looking down, realizing it's a loose ball, and once that happens, the loose ball puts her in a position and ends up fouling. So one of those unfortunate plays in basketball sometimes, the deflections or unexpected plays get you out of position.
We get Dubonic again on the block. Gakul Jefferson comes over to challenge and going to get called here for the foul, so Bonic's going to go right back to the line.
Yeah, you got to give some credit to Central Tech getting it into Bonic still. I mean, obviously it's a focus they want to do offensively, but Vaughan also realized that. They'd even left somebody with the cutter trying to challenge that pass, but Central Tech continues to get proper angle, take the time to get the ball into her. So not always easy when a defense is focused, and some credit to the offense finding a way to get it in.
And Bonic's able to hit both. Good jump ball here. It's going to go over to Central Tech. We're going to get a carry violation here on Bailey trying to break the press, so it's going to go over to Vaughan.
Yeah, she didn't agree with the call, but what did happen is she had some indecision. She about to throw it to the first pass down the wing, and then had a bit of hesitation between dribbles when she saw the middle open up. Unsure if she did carry it or not, but that was, I think, what caused the indecision.
A hesitation there by Gakul Jefferson. Freezes the defense. We're going to get Bonic here called for the foul, coming over with the help. It's going to be her second. And with that, we're going to get Bonic checking out of the game. Her first breather. We're going to get Basul checking in.
2 fouls on Bonic will be an interesting piece on Central Tech's offense as well. She's clearly a huge piece of that. Not only do they run through her for some scoring, which is a big decision maker within their offense as well. So seeing a zone early on, you love to get her touches. She passes the ball well. She is their main scoring piece. This will put a stress on their offense or just force some adjustments for the other pieces now, or other players to pick up some of that slack.
Good job of Central Tech there to break through the Vaughan pressure. Good job, Vaughan, to recover, though, after it. Bailey tries to find Rainford there. Oh, not Rainford. Trying to find Vasul cutting on the baseline, out of reach. So we're going to get turnover back over to Vaughan, and Rainford checking in after the turnover.
Bailey had a great possession there for reading the defense. First on the initial entry, as you said, having the patience, let the defense shift, then throwing it to the cutter in the first one. And again on the quarter-court offense, dribbling her down in position and seeing that cutter. The only challenge is the pass probably didn't match the read, meaning she bounced it right at her teammate's feet, trying to cut through it.
Akanusi there on the cut, got to the rim, unable to finish, though. Good help there by Central Tech. Here's Rainford pushing, gets around Akanusi in transition, kicks out a good open look for Central Tech. Basul can't finish, but the follow by Rainford. First one no good, second one's gonna draw the foul.
And we'll continue to watch this as it progresses, but the offensive rebounding is going to be the story. And Vaughan has done a pretty good job for the most part on the initial shots, forcing Central Tech to take some out of the range they want, out of the rhythm that they want. But the offensive rebounding allows Central Tech to stay in it. They do a nice job crashing the glass where they want to send the bodies at Vaughan to try and wear them down. And the second opportunities end up being usually greater field goal percentage shots.
Rainford able to hit the second. Woo, little Euro step there by Felix. Unable to hit the layup though. Fight for the rebound's going to come off of Felix and out of bounds. It's going to go over to Central Tech.
Yeah, real nice body control there. She had the defense chasing, was able to keep herself on balance to allow the defender to run by her and step back behind it.
Good job there, Rainford, getting it up ahead of the defense though. Misstep there by Vasul. It's going to be called for the travel.
Vaughan's done a nice job here. I think showing a couple different looks on defense. We talked about the trap they used early in their zone quarter-court defense. Now some pressure in the full court on stoppages just to keep Central Tech out of rhythm offensively. Those are tough too. You've done a pretty good job defensively. You'd love to have your players go on offensive rebound. There's probably a double whammy though this time for Vaughan, and that being that you're giving up bonus, and Central Tech's getting a chance to go to the line for 2. But additionally, you only have the 6 athletes going, so you want to stay out of foul trouble for the individuals as well. Now, if you're in bonus, meaning you're creating your 5th of the quarter already, you need your team fouls to stay fairly low this game if you're Vaughan. Part of the reason they're probably in zone. So you don't want to waste any of those on offensive rebounding in this game.
Good up big there. Francis got Rainford in the air. Unable to hit the floater, though. Bailey head of steam, comes down the lane, can't finish with the left. Gets her missed, though. Good look for Rainford up top, and she buries the 3.
Continuing on the offensive glass. Nice job by Bailey. She gets herself to a good left-handed shot at the rim. It doesn't go. Sticks with it, gets a nice kick out and a good clean look for them.
Francis again gets in the lane. Step around lefty. Okay, Francis.
Yeah, nice job. That's almost like a replay of her last shot as well, too, where she also got a nice little scoop shot. So found herself a bit of a rhythm, chance to get back to it in the middle of the key. Quick 2.
Find Bailey there cutting. She's going to draw the foul on that attempt. We're going to get that foul there on Felix. Her first. Bailey's going to get her first 2 attempts from the line.
Another offensive rebound, even on the free throws, proving to be a challenge for Vaughan.
Nkua, physical, gets down lane. 2 on the shot clock. Bailey throws it up, able to get the rim, and right there, Berte's able to get another offensive rebound for Central Tech and draw foul.
I tell you, Bailey deserves a lot of credit on that. Those are going to be tough plays. It's a loose ball bouncing around. The previous shot didn't hit rim, so I think even offense and defense are a little off guard when that happens. Bailey's picking up a loose ball at her feet and is able to put that on the rim and give her team a chance to get the offensive rebound. And with how this first quarter has gone for Central Tech, that's all you really need. Just give yourself a chance at that offensive rebound, and they convert a couple more of those on this possession, turned into free throws.
And they've been able to convert as Berte hits the first.
And almost as we mentioned a bit earlier, this looks like it's Felix's 3rd foul here in the quarter, and that's going to put some stress on both Vaughan as a team and her as the individual. They only have the 6 bodies, so now if you have one playing with foul trouble the whole quarter go in the first half, it's going to challenge both the minutes and the rest people are getting, and the foul pressure on everybody else will stay away from it.
And just there, we had 4 more offensive rebounds there for Central Tech as Rainford's able to put the last one in, extending the lead here to 10. 30 seconds remaining in the first. 17-7. We have the Central Tech Blues leading. Bernard kicks out. Francis gets a good look, and she's able to hit. She's up to 9 on the afternoon. And just like that, at the end of the first, we have Central Tech leading this one 17-10. Leading scores for Vaughan, we have Francis with 9. Leading scores for Central Tech, we have both Bonnick and Rainford with 7.
Yeah, we got at the end of that quarter, one of the things that we did talk about early in the game is going to be the Vaughan's decision or need to play some zone. Some of the factors they're doing that is probably to protect some of their athletes from foul trouble, and also probably save some energy a little bit on defense as well. And now that's going to be tested a little bit because probably the big difference between the two teams in the first quarter was the offensive rebounding, and that's often a challenge or something you give a bit with zone, but Central Tech has really exploited that, and they're still in a little bit of foul trouble. So it's something we'll have to watch if zone's going to make some, if Vaughan's going to make some adjustments to the zone or to their defense. And it's allowed with this lead now too, Max, with it being 17-10 to 1. Bonnick had a little bit of foul trouble for Central Tech, but never really became a factor, and they've been able to take some minutes already without having to go back to her. I expect that we'll see her at some point in the second quarter just to keep her engaged, not sitting an entire quarter, but it probably reduces how much stress is on them to A, player, and B, how long that playing is. So Vaughan's got to find a little bit of offense. 10 points is probably not enough, and Francis being 9 of the 10 points probably shows they need someone else to convert a couple of these scores, and Vaughan defense is probably the second storyline here if they're going to mix it up or find a way to finish off some possessions.
Yeah, realistically, Vaughan and Central Tech probably have shot a similar percentage. Just all those offensive rebounds have given Central Tech more opportunities right at the rim than Vaughan has been able to get. And eventually they've just started to convert.
Yeah, great point.
Francis again gets right in the lane, kicks out a good look for Bernard from 3. Can't hit that one, but an offensive rebound here, this time for Vaughan. Ooh. Little miscommunication there. Akanusi up top. Rainford in transition. Great stop. Gets the defense to drive by her. Unable to hit that one, though, and Vaughan cleans up the miss.
Yeah, I think Vaughan actually ran, I think it was Jefferson from behind, ran that thing down. They got a piece of it, distracted the shot the last second. So whether she actually blocked or not, something happened there to change that shot and probably save them 2 points.
Nkua cuts. Rainford tries to find her, but it's cut off there by Gakul Jefferson. Fawcett on the wing gets the up fake. Drives in the lane, but Rainford comes over for the block, and here comes Central Tech with numbers. And right back the other way, we get a steal for Vaughan. Gakul Jefferson gets right to the rim, again challenged by Rainford, and that one's no good. This thing's turning into a track meet.
And Vaughan's created some turnovers. They've stolen the ball a couple possessions in a row, and it's allowed them to get out and run. And then they've had some great shots out of that, but unable to convert any of them. And that's probably the same pressure they've been feeling here at the end of the first quarters. They're getting the opportunities to be a little better than 10 points. They haven't been locked down, but they're not converting right now, and they need to find someone that can put the ball in to help out Francis.
Francis coming up the double screen up top, gets Gakul Jefferson again. Cutting to the rim. That one again is going to be blocked by Rainford and out of bounds. It's going to remain Vaughan ball 13 on the shot clock here.
Yeah, good challenge by Rainford, I thought, coming over there. She's a little bit late on the roll, so she has to go right towards the shot, try and challenge that. Is able to get a hand on and disrupt the shot.
Some confusion there on Vaughan on the inbounds. It's picked off, but then right back the other way, we get a turnover Central Tech. And with that, we're going to have Bonnick check back into the game here. 8:30 to go in the second.
Yeah, some credit to Vaughan, too. There was obviously some confusion on the inbound. You saw both players exchange a bit of that confusion, but then I think at the next whistle, they actually really had a chance to talk and sort out a bit as well. So usually better reward if they can talk it through than there is just having the frustration of the moment.
Akanusi driving, gets tied up there by Nkua. The shot's no good. Central Tech probing. We have Bonnick up top. Nkua high post. Bonnick right back in, takes the 3, just off. Played for the rebound, and Central Tech another O board.
Central Tech's blocked a lot of shots here to start the quarter.
Woo! And there's Kiawata, deep 3. She's able to convert.
Well, we'll have a chance now, too, Max, to watch how long Bonnick plays. Is this like a 3 or 4 minute shift, or do they let her play the second quarter because they trust her to play with the 2 fouls? I think both are possibilities, and Central Tech will have their own feel for how their star can play with foul trouble.
We're going to get Cool Jefferson drive right to the rim again. This time we're going to draw the foul there on Nkua, so she'll go to the line for 2.
And Vaughan's probably had a better start to this quarter than the scoreboard reflects. I mean, they're 2.5 in, and they've probably had 4 or 5 shots now right at the rim. And Central Tech's done a nice job challenging and blocking a lot of those shots. But to Vaughan's credit, they're getting there. And I think if you continue to do that, you have to have some confidence. You'll either start to convert those attempts at the rim, or, as what's happening right now, you earn yourself some trips to the free throw line.
And got Cool Jefferson able to hit both. 8-point lead here, Central Tech. And there's Rainford again, the trail 3, and she's able to hit her second 3 of the game.
Yeah, shots look great when she's been able to step into that. One was on the offensive rebound where Bailey found her top, and this one in transition. When she can step in coming forward, the shot just looks soft and smooth going in.
Bernard, the little floater, it's off. Bonnet cleans up the miss. Got tied up there in transition. Here's Francis. Head of the pack, finishes plus the foul.
And again, the defense doing a great job creating some offense for them. They're able to get a turnover in transition. They're using Central Tech's transition to get turnovers. Turn that into opportunities for themselves in transition and finally convert one.
And after the foul call, we're going to get a taunting technical there called on Francis. So we're going to get a free throw for both teams here. It's going to be Francis picking up her first.
Yeah, there's usually a bit of a balance there for the referees of what they will allow to be said or not said, but what they're usually normally fairly strict on is that you can't turn and have any body language directly towards an opponent. And I think that was probably what caught Francis there. It's probably less of what she said or tone, and probably more just that she had directed it directly at her opponent. And referees are usually on top of that to ensure things don't escalate.
Francis can't hit the free throw. Bonnet cleans it up. Ooh, a little spin move there for Bonnet. Gets to the rim. Got tied up there on the shot, though. Here comes Fawcett, pushing for Vaughan. Got Cool Jefferson, steps into the 3, just off. Bodies everywhere on that one. Tipped around, though, and Central Tech's going to pick it up. Good job there by Vaughan to tie up Gale in transition. It's going to be turn out of bounds. So it's going to be Vaughan ball. We're going to get Bailey check in at that break.
Yeah, Vaughan last time down on the offensive glass, they did all the right things. They had people crashing, they had bodies flying in there, hit 2 of their players, just unfortunately caught them in spots where they're unable to corral the basketball during the process and ends up in Central Tech's hands. But trying to balance out the offensive rebounding a little bit here, it looks like Vaughan in the second quarter.
Got Cool Jefferson thought about the 3. Bonnet got her hands in there, tipped it away, but Vaughan retains possession. Akanusi tries to kick up top. Bailey and Francis both going for the ball. Bailey's able to corral it, gets it to Bonnet, and unlucky break there. We're going to get Bonnet called for the 3rd foul. Good job, Francis, getting in there and mixing it up.
Yeah, and a bit of a shame. I think, I agree, Central Tech, you want to give her a few minutes here in this quarter, and I think you could almost feel it the previous possession on defense. She's got great hands, does a nice job attacking the penetration coming at her, gets a hand on it. But sometimes when you see those things as a coach, you start to recognize that your player's probably taking a few more risks than you needed to in the current situation, and they already had a sub trying to get to the table for, but it was a little too late. Get one in transition, trying to free up her teammate.
We're going to get another foul here on Central Tech. It's going to be their 4th of the quarter. It's going to be Bailey's first.
Early on we talked about Vaughan unable to convert some of the stuff going to the basket, but one of the dividends that probably has paid off from this, and they're starting to see it now, is they did draw a couple extra fouls. They get themselves now, they could be in bonus for the rest of the quarter. So they continue to attack, continue to get some trips to the line.
And there we go, another foul. They're in bonus, and Francis, another 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, and this will give them a chance to chip away at that lead. So one of the best things you can do is get yourself to the free throw line, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to earn the trips to bonus, but Vaughan has done that here in the second quarter.
We're going to get timeout here, Central Tech. They lead this one 24-16, 5:40 to go in the second quarter.
And we got coming out of this timeout too. Vaughan's going to have to go back to Felix, and the challenge of that is Felix has 3 fouls, but with only 6 bodies, some other people needing some time. So this will be an interesting stretch for Felix. They probably really need Felix just to be on the floor, stay out of foul trouble for the next few minutes till they can get everybody the breathers that are needed, and then probably get her back to the bench. So we'll have to keep an eye on Felix.
Coming out of the timeout, we have Francis here going to attempt the free throw. Unable to hit, and there's Rainford cleaning up the glass. Central Tech works it around up top. Only 5 on the shot clock. They got to go quick. Another deep 3 here, and again Watt finishes from the right wing.
Yeah, and Vaughan's had some success in that this quarter, playing the penetration by trying to swoop in on it and putting some pressure on the ball handler, playing the passes coming back out. But this time they finally get caught. Francis tries to dig at that. The pass goes right where she left for an open 3-point attempt.
Good job, Rainford, able to tip that away from behind. We're going to get the foul there on Akanusi, trying to tie her up from behind.
It's going to force the hand a bit too. We talked about the situation with Felix with foul trouble and how they need to play some of these bodies. So they'll try and give her a breather now with 2 and see if Felix can continue to give some of the guards a bit of a breather as well while avoiding getting her 4th foul.
Here's Rainford driving up top, and Kua now looking to attack. And good job, got Cool Jefferson able to step in, absorbs the contact, and draws the charge there on Nkua, her second.
Yeah, it's a really nice play because you could tell she was looking to pass the entire time, or it looked like she's trying to pass, but you still have a chance to catch her with her head looking the wrong direction. As a defense, you can step in, take the charge, create the turnover.
Oh, a little spin move by Bernard up top. Good job Nkua, though, able to come over and block that one.
Yeah, great
Felix diving on the floor. Her and Rainford are going to get the tie up. It's going to be jump ball.
Great timing on that block to go and keep the space there to not run into the offensive player. Find a time where you can go up there and meet the shot at the top, take it right out of her hands. Great defensive play.
Great defensive play.
I loved it.
Defensive coordinator. Rainford drives baseline, kicks out. Another 3 for Central Tech. Unable to hit that one. Fight for the rebound, though. Good job. Nkua's going to draw that foul. It's going to be Gakul Jefferson. Her second. It's going to be team's 3rd of the quarter.
Yeah, these ones are always tough. You want your athletes to block out and you want them to fight for that, which she was doing. But also to be careful when the offensive players leave their feet up in the air. You can't go underneath them as part of that block out. And I think that's what part of the call was here. She had that contact, she had it established, but the offense had gone up trying to track out that rebound. She continued to walk underneath her.
Bailey takes this 3 and she's able to hit. And coming down, we're going to get Felix there, called for the travel ball right back over to Central Tech.
An interesting stretch right now too. Sometimes there's just moments in games where whether it's a foul call or a basket goes against you, just feels like there's potential for momentum to shift, and it has a bit of that feel in the gym right now that Vaughan needs a play to go their way. As it feels like things could just start to go on the slope. That's not going to be it.
As Rainford drives right through the lane, extending this lead to 16, 32-16 here, 3.5 to go in the first half. We have Central Tech now showing Vaughan a little bit its own defensive look. Francis, a little confusion up top. Bailey comes away with the steal, pushing. Stops it, gets Nkua cutting. Rainford for 3, just strong. And Fawcett's able to clean it up for Vaughan.
We talked about earlier how great the shot looks for her when she's stepping into it. I think that time just hadn't quite got set, was still fading away a bit.
Okay. Francis, a little Euro, can't finish, but Kakul Jefferson flies in for the rebound. Second attempt is no good there for Bernard, and Central Tech's going to slow this baby down. Another 3, and Rainford hits it.
Yeah, she's looked great shooting the ball all today. That one, as you talk about the one previous possession, I think she was still just getting herself to the three-point line. Her feet weren't quite set, and that's been the only difference. But this thing has started to stretch, and now this challenge is really going to be on Vaughan of how they can generate some offense as they continue to struggle for the first 17 minutes of this game to get any sort of offensive consistency going. But it's hitting a bit of a tipping point. We're going to need to find some here coming out of the timeout.
Central Tech, without Bonnick on the floor, has found their rhythm late. They've hit 4 threes already this quarter, extending the lead now up to 19 here. So if you're Vaughan, you're both going to have to start putting the ball in the basket and stop Central Tech from filling it up.
Yeah, and they had some success here in this quarter of creating some turnovers that got them opportunities, and those didn't result in points, but it did give them a chance to be in bonus. Now, they haven't capitalized on earning bonus yet this quarter, meaning they haven't turned those into many more fouls drawn in the last 3 minutes and taken the trips to the free throw line. So they may, the way this has gone, look at doing some more of that, something defensively to create some of that offense, and if they can get some things going towards the basket to get back to the free throw line.
Coming out of the timeout here, we're going to have Vaughan ball. 19-point spread here, 2:50 remaining in the first half. Francis able to get some space. Good job. Central Tech coming over. And Rainford picks up another steal here. Nkua on the block. A little turnaround jumper and finishes.
And they like the matchup, and they got her in rhythm. And I like that shot because she stayed on balance. So while it was a turnaround, she'd established she can shoot rear the defender and had her in a rhythm shot.
Kakul Jefferson tries to answer the floater, though rattles out. One little sidestep 3. That one's off. Francis cleans up the miss. Central Tech remains in this zone look. And there we have it. We're going to have Kakul Jefferson draw the foul there on Rainford. It's going to be her second, and she's going to earn 2 chances from the line with the bonus.
Yeah, and this is in the timeout we were talking about, which is probably exactly what Vaughan needed, is just continue to go towards the basket, see if that can draw you a foul, and then maybe this will help you supplement your offense right now, which isn't really getting going. Trips to the free throw line, convert a couple of these, and just build that momentum. Hopefully turn into some 8 shots from the floor as well.
And good job, Kakul Jefferson. Hits 2 more from the line.
Yeah, great move there by Rainford too. Max gets down to the left side, but a little hesitation. Defense goes right off their feet. He'll put it back down and draw the second layer. So Vaughan does a nice job of kind of poking that thing free, but she got by 2 defenders, is 1 step away from probably a little floater or layup.
Here, Felix, a quick transition 3, just short. Watt again pushing for Central Tech. Vaughan traps there at the corner. Ooh. We're going to get a travel there on Watt. Good help there by Fawcett, able to come over and cut her off. So it's going to go ball back over to Vaughan.
Really got herself caught a little off balance there and then fell into a travel.
Rainford driving, great job with the body, able to avoid the second defender, and she finishes for 2 more.
Well, Rainford's been, as we've mentioned a couple of times, doing a great job shooting from the perimeter, but now lately she's converted that. She's just looking up at the baskets, got the defense running towards her. She put the ball on the floor, gone right around them. So great job of utilizing or reading what's been going on, which right now has been Vaughan's awareness of how well she's been shooting the ball today. Turn that into just chances at the rim.
Again, Gotquill Jefferson's able to draw a foul. It's going to be Bailey picking up her second, and Gotquill Jefferson's going to go here for her 7th and 8th attempts from the line. Able to hit both, 9 of 10 so far, or 7 or 8 so far from the line. Efficiency. Central Tech here, 15 seconds differential. Shot clock, game clock, it's going to be tipped off Francis out of bounds, so it's going to be Central Tech ball here baseline. Rainford to inbound. Central Tech leads 19, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Bailey gets across, where goes the left-hand floater, no good. Francis brings down the rebound, they're pushing. Gotquill Jefferson finds Felix open in the corner, just off. Good job, Vaughan, to find that rebound. They get Fawcett a good look for 3, and she hits her first of the game.
Nice little find to finish the half off. It clearly went all Central Tech's way there in the first half, but if you're Vaughan, you're looking for some things to build on. As you mentioned, you get the offensive rebound, you find Fawcett, who can make some shots for them, get her a good clean look to finish the first half, and you're going to see if you can turn this into some offense here in the second half.
Leading scorers at the first half, we have Francis for Vaughan with 13 and Rainford with Central Tech with 18. Early turnover here for Vaughan. They come down the other way and GOTW Jefferson gets a good look at the pull-up. It's going to be short. Bonnick this time, her shot's off. So 2 quick stops here for Vaughan. Let's see if they can convert at the other end. GOTW Jefferson, a shot at the rim. Good contest there by Watt, unable to finish. Five on the shot clock here, Central Tech. Bailey gets a good foul line jumper look. No good. Another stop here for Vaughan. Mishandle on the pressure there. The pass from GOTW Jefferson to Bernard. Picked off there by Watt.
Man, a pretty good pace here at the second half, Max, but it seems like nobody's really converted yet. If you're Vaughan, you really want to get something going early. You can't afford to have another run for Central Tech and try and bounce back from that. So it'll end up being a big call here for Bonnick as well, too. If Vaughan's able to make any sort of run and get themselves back into this thing, now Bonnick's going to be battling foul trouble with her 4th foul in the second half. And again, it can just add that pressure. So Vaughan can find some sort of way to chip away at this thing early, just put a little bit of that pressure back to Central Tech. Central Tech will also face the stress of having to do so with Bonnick not being able to pick up any more fouls.
Francis thought Fossa was cutting, going to be picked off there by Watt. Little quick crossover, finds Bailey in transition. Her left hand and the finger roll is good.
Nice finish for Bailey, and I mean, just the counter of that too is the first step Vaughan's going to need is to convert some of their opportunities here. They've had some better shots in the score in the first half, but if they can't find a shooting percentage to match that, it's going to be tough to make the run. They need to get themselves back in this.
Bailey again down the lane, that time unable to hit. Nkua though with the follow.
This is probably the opposite of what Vaughan needed, but probably exactly what Central Tech wants to do. Establish this thing early, make it so it's a really large run that Vaughan needs to come in. And the larger the run, the more likely it is for you to hit some shots during that process.
Francis got Rainford up in the air. Looked like she took a knee to the shoulder. They're all okay, though. It's going to be Rainford picking up her 3rd. Central Tech in that zone. Kick ahead. Watt, the left hand, just short on transition.
Hey, get him, Maya! Hand up, Maya! Hand up!
Little pull up there for Fawcett on the baseline, just strong. Central Tech cleans up the miss. Central Tech slinging the ball around. Got a good look for Rainford for 3. It's off. Fight for the rebound there, and we're going to get Watt fouled there. It's going to be Bernard picking up her 2nd for Vaughan, and it's going to remain here. Central Tech ball baseline. 14 now on the shot clock.
Yeah, that probably looked like the one that we were talking about a bit earlier in the game, too, for blocking out. Once an athlete gets up in the air, you can no longer put the body to their legs and not allow them to cut back down to the ground.
Central Tech moving it around up top. Here's Bailey using Nkua's screen. We're going to get an offensive foul called there. Nkua picking up her 3rd. Ball back over to Vaughan.
Yeah, Vaughan's to string some things together here now. I mean, both on offense and defense to go in. I mean, you've got a fair amount of time to go in this game, but you also have a 20-point gap to make up. So unlikely to do it 20-0, but you're going to have some stretches where it is like a 14-8 or 14-6 type run and chip away at this thing sooner than later.
And it's 14-6. They're going to have a few of those. Watt, the three, no good. Back over to Vaughan.
Probably about due here. Vaughan started. They haven't scored yet here in the third quarter. And to make a run back in this thing, they're going to need an offensive injection as well. It won't be just defense that can get them back in.
It's Francis on the baseline, good job. Burt able to cut her off. 7 on the shot clock here. Felix up top. Gets it to Francis, a good look for 3, just too strong. Felix, though, fighting for the rebound. She's able to draw the foul. It's going to be Bailey picking up her third, and that's 4 team fouls here quickly for Central Tech.
Exactly, Max. I think like the second quarter, you've earned the opportunity now that if you continue to attack the rim, you can probably get yourself to the free throw line. And the way offense has been going, they might need that injection. So Vaughn's looking now. They need to make a couple shots. They got to get some trips to the free throw line. They got to get some offense going.
Central Tech's in that zone look. It's going to be off a cool Jefferson out of bounds, so it's going to go over Central Tech way. Lefty floater, no good, but right there is Watt to clean up the miss. Mishandled there, though, by Bailey. Here comes Bernard quickly out in transition, and there's her first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, good start. Get some things in transition, so you're going to build on that. Let's see if Vaughan can string a couple of those together on defense, allow the offense to get rolling.
Watt comes off the screen. Good job, Felix, able to cut her off. Bailey now up top. Pull up. Good job, Bernard, able to cut her off. It's going to be just off. Akanusi cleans that one up for Vaughan. Akanusi tried to find Felix in the corner, just mishandled the pass there. It's going to go out of bounds back over there to Central Tech. Berte, good job to avoid the charge there on Bernard. Unable to hit the layup, though. Here comes Vaughan pushing in transition. Felix again in transition. Pulls up for 3, no good. Central Tech's able to clean up the miss, and here comes Watt quickly out. Right to the rim, and she's able to finish for 2.
Nice job by Watt there. I think she did a nice job scanning the floor to see who was with her, but kept the ball and continued to go forward until the defense picked her up, made a commitment to her. She was being the #1 threat.
Francis off the screen. Finds Felix the other side this time for 3. That one's no good.
And found Felix, probably a shooter they want to get 2 clean looks, but unfortunately both been a little bit heavy.
Berte tries it for her, and she answers for 3. Francis up top. Here's Akanusi. Ooh, little hezzy. Gets in the lane. The floater, just too strong. What? Little fancy dribbling up top. Woo. Here's a screen up top. Gets a good look for Watt for 3. This time the left wing, no good. Got Cool Jefferson, a little hesitation. Gets it off to Francis. Tried the Euro, going to be cut off there. He's going to draw the foul there on Gale. I believe Francis is going to be heading to the line for 2.
And they needed some of that. I think some action going towards the rim. Take advantage of the bonus situation they've earned. Francis gets in a step on the closeout, turns the corner, and now they got defense closing under, so she's able to draw the foul.
Francis goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Nice job, Francis, knocking that thing, keeping it free. Vaughan needed that. They couldn't afford to have second chances going on right now. I think Francis digging in there is probably a key to that defensive rebound.
Felix, this one left wing. Good job, Watt. Another rebound for Watt.
Yeah, Vaughan's getting some shots and some looks here to get themselves back, or at least some momentum going. I don't know if it puts you all the way back in it, but it gets you started. But they got to convert some of these. I mean, the reality for Vaughan, after the hole you dig yourself into, if you're going to get 3 or 4 chances, you got to start to make some of those if you want to be in this thing.
Francis able to get the pull up at the foul line, no good. Bailey comes down with that miss. Long time and finds Nkua. Pass just out of reach. Good job, Nkua able to corral it. Here comes Vaughan. Francis, good job getting in the lane. Nkua, though, blocks the floater attempt, and Watt long steps right to the rim. Lefty, no good. It's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Bailey. It's going to go Vaughan ball.
Yeah, good foul there by Bailey. Chasing the play down, getting a hand on the rebound, giving the team a chance at the offensive glass.
Felix right in the lane, absorbs the contact. She'll go to the line for 2. We're going to get the foul there on Nkua. It's going to be her 4th.
Yeah, probably that kind of day. Felix has had some really good looks. Haven't really had one go for her yet, so reads the defense is coming at her. Puts on the floor, gets herself to the free throw line, and this is where you hope the bonus that you've earned in the early part of the quarter starts to pay off.
Ooh. Great pass there by Felix. Good job, Berthe, able to close out to the shooter in the corner. Woo, okay. Felix flying in for the rebound. Unlucky there, it's tipped out of her hands and out of bounds. It's going to be Central Tech ball.
One of Vaughan's best possessions of the day. Ball moved all the way from right corner to the left corner. Gets up all the way back to the right side again before they got them to a shot. And, you know, just disappointed not going with any points in such a great possession for offense.
Off on the 3. Watt, her 3. Woo! Her 3rd 3 of the game.
And just a big one. I mean, Vaughan's been dying for some offense to get going here and just trying to get something building. So to score the last possession, 2 possessions ago, miss that second last, or the last one, and then now to come back and Watt hit the 3 really takes any momentum they might have built in that.
Rainford drives baseline, kicks out. Berthe at 3, other side this time. Ooh, just rattles out. Ooh. So at the end of 3, we have Central Tech still leading this one, 51-29 over the hometown Vaughan Voyageurs.
Yeah, a tough quarter probably for Vaughan. I mean, the low scoring for both being a 12-6 quarter, But Vaughan really needed a bit of a spark there in that quarter after the first half to get some offense going. And I think the gap that's now been created when you're looking at a 20-point, 22-point difference after three gets become really difficult. And I think you probably missed the opportunity in the third quarter to chip away. If they could have found themselves, even with another 10 to 15 points in that quarter, on top of the 6 they converted, probably could have had themselves in this game. But it'll be a tough fourth quarter now, and I think both teams will have to focus on things they're trying to work on, things they're trying to improve. And Central Tech's had almost a little bit of a gift in this game with Bonnick being in foul trouble. They've had chances for the people to play different roles and run their offenses in different places. So we'll see what Vaughan does here in the fourth quarter.
Coming out to start the fourth, we have Central Tech in that zone look. Bonnick back on the floor here. Felix swings over the top. Francis a little fadeaway just inside the 3, no good. Rainford gets right into the key. Tied up there. Woo. Bodies flying everywhere. Gonna get a foul there on Francis. It's gonna be her second. Here's Bonnick on Francis. Kicks out. Good job there by Vasul. Gets right to the rim, going to draw the foul. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Vasul shows good patience there on the catch. She's got defense running at her, stays very in control. She attacks that, feels where the help defense is coming from, cuts across that as well too. So not in a rush, not about full speed, but rather being in control and keeping the advantage.
Unable to hit the second. Bonnick cleans up the miss though. Woo. Well, pump and go. Bonnick the floater, no good. Swinging around, Fawcett. Gets in the lane, swings back. Good passing here for Vaughan. 10 on the shot clock though. Ooh. Little miscommunication. Felix up top 4. Francis, a wide open look right at the end. Good close out there by little confusion here on the court. So as Central Tech had the ball before the shot clock violation had occurred, they then got called for the travel as they took it out of bounds, thinking the shot clock violation was going to be called. So we're going to have Vaughan ball here. And it's going to be 14 on the shot clock. Fawcett for 3. Oh, just too strong. Good job. Berthe skying up for the rebound. Bonnick, a little left bounce pass to Berthe, cutting through. Gonna draw the blocking foul, and she'll go to the line for 2.
A nice job there too. I mean, she got a little spun around, had her back to the basket. It was a nice job shooting it over her head to put the thing on the rim and give it a chance. And sometimes when you get the foul on the contact in there, you lose a little sense of where the rim is. So real nice touch.
Here's Felix for 3 from the corner, and she buries it.
Yeah, Vaughn's been waiting for that. They've had Felix with some good looks today, and as we've mentioned, it's been the first one's been able to go, and just been that type of day for Vaughan, I think.
Ooh, thought about it. Instead gets Rainford a good look on the block. Good job, Fawcett comes over, good help. It's going to go off of her and out of bounds. 11 here, shot clock. Vaughan ball on the baseline.
And a great timing there by Fawcett on the help, but she's there on the catch, which means by the time Rainford tries to put the ball down and go, that space is already taken away. One of the challenges you run into when you send a second defender is if they're a little late, offense is already going at you like a closeout, and they get a chance to attack 2 defenders as opposed to just 1. The importance of being early and closing that thing off, well executed by Fawcett.
But Cool Jefferson gets in the lane. Francis, good look for Fawcett in the corner, and she buries it. A little selly, too.
Great find there. Francis, a nice job. I thought the pass was a little low for her. Her pass out was also low, but she had the timing to get it out of there in time to get the shooter open in the corner.
Fawcett comes over, tips out of bounds. It's going to be Central Tech ball here. 19 on the shot clock. Here's Watt up top, 15 on the shot clock now. Good job by Bernard, able to tip it away. Looks like Watt might have been tied up there. Just asking for a sub.
I think it's almost like back-to-back there. Waka hit earlier as well, too, on her teammate's drive. I think an inadvertent arm or elbow had caught her as well. So back-to-back plays, she seemed to get a little, take a shot. So we're going to get her checked out, make sure she's okay over there.
There's Berta, another 3 for her. Up to 8 points here on the game. Good move there, Bernard able to get to the rim. Good job, though. Bonnick able to cut her off. Oh. Bonnick's pass slinged right in between her 2 teammates. Out of bounds. Going to be a Vaughan ball. Oh, Francis, the high floater. Just off. Bonnick controls the rebound. Berthe, ooh, good hands to catch that one. Pass a little bit behind there on Bonnick. We're going to get a timeout here. Central Tech, 6.5 minutes to go here. They lead this one by 21 over hometown Vaughan Voyageurs.
I think your Central Tech going to this time at this stage, you're still trying to execute something. This would be a good chance to see, and what we can watch for is if they're going to do something different than they've been doing the rest of the game. Tested some things potentially they've been practicing, or some different looks they want to do, or even just some different people making decisions on offense. And this gives you a feel for how that'll run, or your ability to execute those pieces if you need it later on in the season or towards like the playoffs. I think if you're Vaughan, you're still trying to find probably a bit of a rhythm, and this quarter has been better for them. And they've had some moments that have been better than the scores reflect as well too, as the inability of shots to fall. But you still want to build on that from the next game. You don't want to leave a game feeling like nothing was really going, nothing was falling. So wouldn't be surprised to see Vaughan continue some of the same stuff, get some shots, have some things go for them, and use that as a bit of a positive heading into the final 6.5 minutes of this game.
Central Tech stays in that zone look here. See how Vaughan attacks it. They get Felix on the wing. Picked off there, Rainford up top. Streaking down, and able to finish 2 more for her in transition.
Pass you don't want there against the zone defense with defenders running towards the offensive basket. your offensive teammate standing still gives it Rainford a head start on that steal into a wide open layup.
Cool Jefferson tied up there by Bailey. Rainford again in transition. This time kicks over to Bonnick, who's going to be tied up. Going to draw the foul there. It's going to remain Central Tech ball.
Good movement there in transition. Good ball movement, pardon me, for Central Tech. Rainford obviously had the first one, had to make no decision, just putting herself to the layup. But this one, the ball moves ahead and then moves again to another cutting teammate.
Bonnick unable to hit the three. Francis brings down that rebound. Ooh, a deep three from Francis. Just off. Bonnick cleans up the miss. Central Tech, Bailey's going to slow this one down. Rainford thought about the three. Bonnick gets a good look from the free throw line. Just too strong. Another offensive rebound, though, for Rainford. Quick steps right around the defender. Kicks out a good three in the corner. And Teceste is able to bury it.
And that's one that I think could be really frustrating for the Vaughan bench. That ball bounced 2 or 3 times on the offensive rebound. It looks like some people are not giving the same effort that they might have been early in the game. In the reverse of that, Central Tech continued to track it down and hit themselves an open corner three. So that's usually a good indicator that the coaches are probably frustrated with the performance going on their team, or at least effort level right now.
That definitely can be frustrating. There you go, Rainford. They have Bonnick, Francis on Bonnick. That's the matchup Central Tech was looking at early. Good job, though, to bring the double. Rainford gets in, can't finish with the left hand, and here comes Francis quickly out in transition. Good job to Kest, able to cut her off, forcing the turnover. Ball right back over to Central Tech. Bonnick cutting down low, can't finish. The close one. Vaughan cleans up the miss, they get it ahead. Oh. Gonna get a foul here on Bailey. It's gonna be her 4th. Felix drives to the middle of the zone, picked off there by Bailey. Her throw-ahead pass. Rainford's able to corral it, and she finishes. 2 more.
Yeah, nice play by Bailey. I like that. When you ever get a steal, you love to just throw it ahead. Hopefully somebody on defense has also picked up that the possession's changing. In this case, it was Rainford on the receiving end. You can beat the defense on the floor. It doesn't get any easier than that.
Good job, Fawcett. With the up fake, gets to her pull-up. Too strong on that one. Central Tech's going to slow it down here. 3:30 to go. Good look for Rainford up top for a 3. Too strong. Fawcett brings down the miss for Vaughan. Vasa gets in the lane, but again, Kua able to force the miss. Another block shot for the Central Tech big.
Kua's done a nice job there and helping. Also doing a nice job of timing the shot release as opposed to getting to the body. So she's got 3 or 4 blocks without any fouls in the same scenario.
Ooh. Looked like the pass slipped out of her hands on that one in Kua. Rainford tries to find a cutting Bonnick, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Good job, Felix, to get in the mix of that pass. It's going to be turnover over to Vaughan. We're going to get Bailey and Teceste both checking out here for Central Tech. Bernard's able to get to the rim but can't hit. Rainford, another good look for 3. This one just too strong. Akanusi for 3. Just rattles out. Here comes Central Tech again in transition. 2 more there for Rainford. She's up to 24 on the game.
And this could be a fatigue thing that we touched on earlier in the game, or it could be part of the effort thing that we touched on here in the 4th quarter. But there's been probably too many possessions here in this last quarter where Central Tech's gotten out in behind the Vaughan defense and they're doing uncontested layups.
Nkura again comes over from the help and denies that shot. It's going to be out of bounds offer, and out of bounds it's going to be Vaughan basketball, 11 on the shot clock. And with that, we're going to have Fasul checking in for Rainford. 1:37 here to go. Central Tech leads this one 65-35. Deep 3 for Felix. That one's going to be short. Oh. Mishandled the ball and out of bounds. It's going to remain here, Vaughan basketball. Felix gets in the lane, tried to find Fossa. Good job, Bonnick, able to cut that one off. Tried to find Vasul over there, but the pass just too high. It's going to go out of bounds, ball back over to Vaughan. Bonnick able to steal that pass from Bernard, but right back the other way. Akanusi picks off Bonnick's pass. Ooh. A little behind the back pass to got Cool Jefferson in transition. Akanusi for 3. Ooh, just rattles out. Oh.
Does a nice job spacing there, Max. Just jumps off that first one at the top. Akanusi feels the hole in the zone, the weak side, so kind of drifts herself out to there. Creates the shot probably by her movement away from the ball.
Bonnick little step back jumper that time. It rattles out. 26 seconds here. Vaughan's going to swing it around. Oh. Woo! Nice little play drawn up there for Vaughan, and Bernard's able to get a good look right at the basket.
Yeah, they caught Central Tech chasing everybody to the sidelines, ended up opening up a path directly at the rim.
And just like that, we have Central Tech taking this one 65-37 over the Vaughan Voyageurs. Leading scorers on the game, we have Lauren Rainford for Central Tech with 24. Leading scorer for Vaughan, we have Tamia Francis with 14. That's all. We'll see you at the next Game of the Week.